Hey everyone, it's Siobhan from the NecktieRevolution blog, and I'm here with
Michael.
Michael is my friend who I mentioned that was stuck in Far Rockaway for
7 days.
And you're from?
Brooklyn. A few minutes that passed turned into hours, and then it turned into Tuesday, and we still didn't know what was going on. So I started walking out to search for food, possibly, and the scene out there was devastating. Like,
so when you say seeing out there, Michael, where were you? Because not everyone's familiar with the layout.
Well, I'm on the last stop of the A train, which is Mott Avenue, Far Rockaway, and that's classified as the 20s. I was staying on Loretta Road, which is right around where the train station is. It's a highly populated. You could say that's like the town part of Far Rockaway.
So Mott and Loretta.
Yes.
What public housing is in that area?
Oh, Red Fern. Red Fern.
Okay.
What's up, Red Fern people? If they can't even see it. Yeah.
So tell us, what did you see when you went outside and ventured out to see what was going on?
Well, I walked around. Me and my friend went out. We were looking for something to eat in every direction. It was no stores. There was no way to get help. People in droves looking for food. I mean, families, grandparents, mothers, fathers, children, all stumbling with the confused face of what's going on, with nobody telling them anything. All the stores were closed. We were lucky to even get Chinese food. Chinese food was the only place open on that day, with a line going outside the store and around the block. Even cops were on the line. The same ones that were supposed to, inform us and let us know what's going on and to serve and protect. They were trying to get food just like us. So if they're needy, imagine us at that time.
Did you approach any of the cops that you saw?
Yes, I did actually, and they were friendly. I can't say that they were rude or anything,
It's
but
refreshing.
Yeah, right. But they had no information for us. So that left us even more helpless, because those are the people that are there to protect us, and they couldn't even give us a definite answer of what's going on.
Do you know the name of the precinct over there?
Truthfully, I couldn't tell you. No, I really don't.
But it's around Redfern.
Right.
Okay, so you asked the cops, you waited on this long line for food, you got food, what happens after that?
After that, I mean, it was basically a process of trying to digest where do we go from here, because you have no electricity. We were fortunate to still have hot water, but no electricity, no cell phone service. It's like pandemonium was ready to strike at any moment. We knew it, because once there's no food, what can you do? And it's getting cold. People are scratching their heads. People are crying outside. People are coming from the hundreds down to what?
And you were in the 20s?
In the 20s, yes. So when you hear Bloomberg on TV talking about Breezy Point, that's in the hundreds, close to the 90s. I don't want to put any race to it, but that's more of an affluent class of people than where I was.
So in terms of economics and income?
Definitely, definitely. So when he braces Breezy Point as the whole of Far Rockaway, that's a problem, because we haven't seen anybody at that time. When he was parading around saying that he's helping and we're bringing help, nobody's seen this guy or the help he was proclaiming where I was.
And the cops had no idea?
No idea at all. They were more policing and saving financial interests than actually trying to let us know what's going on.
By financial interest, you mean property?
I mean, yes, property. Stores.
Closed stores?
Yes. Stores that weren't even bothered with trying to help the community. Stores that people buy from for years, they weren't even in the giving mood. They rather have their food spoil than give it out, and they had the cops protecting the spoiled food.
Talk a little bit about what you saw as the week progressed in terms of people figuring out how to get food and how to try to get out? They
still couldn't get food. They were doing the best they can. The brothers out there, they could have been worse. They could have acted up how people would have probably thought they would have or reacted, but they were I don't want to say, it was a desperate moment. A lot of despair is going around. I see grown men cry. So
can you talk about the despair, because we're really trying to understand.
I mean,
we've seen a lot of images of the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
in what he's calling Far Rockaway. It's very confusing for those of us who haven't visited Far Rockaway and don't know the lay of the land. It's confusing because we're hearing these reports that people are literally starving.
when I say I seen grown men cry, men are supposed to be the ones that let the family know that everything is okay. To see them breaking down shows me something as a man, to see another man crying and telling me, people I don't know are talking to me and telling me my house washed away. Water is backing up into my house. Nobody's helping me. What can I do? I've been out here for 3 days and we still haven't seen anything. You hear words of Bloomberg and FEMA, but all we seen were military personnel driving in.
So the military knew where to go. How did the military show? Okay, the governor, I do believe, called in the military.
Right.
Bloomberg requested that they not bring the military, but the governor vetoed that opinion and called in the military.
Right.
So the military got to you and Bloomberg did not, although he visited the island multiple times?
Right, yes. And they were right next to us in a fire department on 21st Street. So they were right in the epicenter of what was going on. So
did you know that while you were there?
No, I just seen the trucks, but when I was scavenging for food, as we did every night, I seen where they were stationed. And this is pitch black nighttime. They had generators before we had generators. So all this generator talk, they were in power before most people had power.
Because I saw some images of, in Red Hook, and I saw the National Guard there. They
Right.
came very late. They were definitely, it was Red Hook Initiative. It's a community group that helps small businesses. But
Okay.
they realized that the projects needed help, the people there needed help.
That's
and so
good.
they organized, and they still help the small businesses, but they organized to start delivering food and things like that. They're
Right.
still doing it. So, but then the National Guard did come in. Did you see the National Guard helping the people of Far Rockaway in terms of food and things like that, clean up?
No, I will say they did come in. This was around Friday or Thursday. So we're talking about 4 full days after things happened, after the pandemonium is starting to kick in for people. They came in and they started donating sheets, things of that nature, but it was like a little bit later on. Sheets and water. At this time, people want more than sheet and water. They want answers that they cannot get. They want to speak to somebody in a position to make something happen, not just people there to watch and oversee that everything goes down safely. Because, I mean, it's a great commodity to offer people that need it, but at that time, we needed more than that, and especially when the tempers is rising and emotions are high. Bloomberg is in another portion instead of visiting them. That was like a slap in the face to a lot of these people.